Hi, I'm Villet. I'm one of the co-founders of Alvas, and in this video I'll show you how our campaigns feature work. Essentially, with campaigns and Alvas, you can create a unique email for every single recipient on your list. Imagine you have 1 million recipients. Our AI is going to create 1 million different versions that are personalized to each individual recipient. I'm also going to show you how you can translate it to any language that any person speaks. Meaning, if you are a Spanish e-commerce shop, you can create a campaign, and then you can instantly translate it into Italian, Portuguese, Danish, German, English, you name it. I'm going to hop into everything. The first thing I'll do is just show you how to create a campaign and what it will actually look like for each recipient. And then after that, I'm going to go into how to duplicate it and scale it across different languages. But to do that, I'll jump into the platform here. And the first thing to note is that for this example, I'm going to use Nike as a brand. Nike is not a customer of ours, it's just a brand that I'm using. And I'm going to tailor the first campaign around this product, and this product. So a bag, some leggings, and some shoes. And inside the Alvas platform, we have these different templates that we can use. For this first campaign, I just used the Mother's Day template. And I created this first version down here. So I'll go into it and show you how everything works. The first section here is the content section. This is where I will add data about the products that I'm going to use in the campaign. So for example, there's the duffel bag and the leggings and the shoes. And I've just manually added this data. It's not going to be a long time until we just pull in products from like an XML feed, but for now, this is how it works. Then, secondly, I have the recipients tab, where I basically select the list that I want to generate these emails for. So the list can be all the customers that I have segmented in my newsletter that are from Denmark, for example. For this example, I'm going to use the UK one. So I'm going to remove the Denmark one and then click campaign. So this email or this campaign will be generated for all people that have signed up to my newsletter that are in the United Kingdom. And right now these lists are pulled from Klaviyo, but Alvas works with multiple email systems. Then I have the text tab where I can prompt how I want Alvas to write the subject line for this specific campaign. Now, since I chose the Mother's Day campaign, the narrative in the example that it generates are about showing love for a mom on Mother's Day. And scrolling down, I can see all the different texts that Alvas will generate for the specific email. So there's a subject line, a preview line, a headline. Then there's like a product headline. I'll show that in here. So this is the template, and I want a headline here, I want a body here, then a CTA. But then I want these different sections where I want like one product in that section and another product in this section and the last product in this section. And I've basically just set up all of these different texts to fit into that. And the way that you do it is you can just click add a new text and then you can configure anything. But the last thing I have are the prompts, where I tell basically the AI what the narrative of the campaign should be. So in here, I can also change anything I'd like. So if I'd want to create a Father's Day campaign, I'd basically just have to replace this word. And down here. And then here on the right hand side, we have the rule prompt, where I basically set some rules for the AI in terms of like writing good emails. Now, for this campaign, the only thing I did was that I used the template and then I manually entered in these products and chose the recipients. Now I'm going to generate the campaign, and when I click there, it's going to estimate how many recipients it will actually generate the campaign for. Alvas does not send the emails, so we only generate the text and upload the text into the email system. So you don't need to worry about accidentally sending any emails when using Alvas. This is purely creating the text for it. So I click Start Generating, and when I do that, I can easily see up here that the campaign is preparing, meaning that it's preparing to generate all the text for all recipients. Remember, if I have 100,000 different recipients in this list, Alvas will generate 100,000 different emails. Going out here, I can also see that it is preparing. And if I take a look inside logs, I'm able to see the emails that it starts to generate. So now it first generates one and then it takes all three afterwards. I can also see up here, I can follow along in the progress. And going out to the menu, I can also follow along. This should update live, so I can keep an eye on. Yep, now it generated everything. It's uploading the text and it's ready. Perfect. So that was the first part about generating an email. Now I'll show you what those emails look like. So hopping back into the platform, I can go into my email system. For this example, I'm using Klaviyo, but it could be any other email system that Alvas has built an integration into. Then I can preview and test the email, and going into logs here, I can see that it basically has created emails for villet@unitedkingdom.com. So I'll try to find that one. Villet. It's right there. So when I do that, I can see what it wrote for me. Mother's Day's pics. Hey Villets, celebrate Mother's Day with gifts that inspire active and healthy living. And then it adds all of the different products that I had in there. A nice thing to notice is you saw that this product has an 18% off. So I did add that inside the content here. I basically just wrote 18%. And now Alvas is automatically using that within the text. And for the products that are not on sale, like it can say no discount, but a great investment. So for one thing that's like super interesting about using Alvas is that it knows that I'm a male, and therefore it says celebrate Mother's Day and talks about imagine her delight as she embraces her fitness journey. So it knows that like I'm not going to buy the product for myself, but if we take a woman, for example, that received the same email, there is a chance that she's going to be a mother, and basically it writes treat yourself this Mother's Day with gear that supports your every move. So that way it can personalize based on the person and the gender. And as you see, if you look carefully, like it says Mother's Day specials, and here it says versatile gym bag. If we take another person, so I think this is the last one, it says now in this headline, it says ultimate gym companion. So it writes something unique for every single person. Okay, but now we've seen how to create a campaign, and we've seen what the emails look like in English. Now I'll show you how we can translate that easily into any other language that we would like. So I'll go back into the computer. Inside the Alvas platform, you have the version 1 that we just created. I can duplicate this email, and when I duplicate it, I want to duplicate it into Spanish, for example. So I change the name just to have proper naming conventions, and then it asks me to translate prompts, or if I want to do that. I would like to do that, and I'd like to do it into Spanish. So I click duplicate, and when I do this, it translates every single prompt into Spanish, which also means that the emails will be written in Spanish. So the only thing I need to do now is go into the Recipients tab and change the list to Spain. Then I'll need to click Save Campaign. Going into texts here, you can see how it actually writes the prompt in Spanish. And I can click Generate and see that it's going also to be to 3 recipients. And then I can click Start Generating. Now, let's say I also want to do it in German. I can change the name to German. I can change the prompt to German, and I can duplicate it. Or say I want to do it in Danish. I just change Danish. I select Danish. I click Duplicate. And then for the German one, I'll go in and I'll just select the German newsletter, so the list of people, and I'll also start generating this campaign. And then I'll go back out. The Spanish one is already generating, the German one is preparing. The Danish one I'll start. So I select the Danish newsletter, click Save Campaign, and then I click Start Generating. And going back out, I can see that the Spanish one is already done. So to check that, I can go in and find people that I know is on my Spanish site. So for example, I have a Spanish profile for Rania. When I click her, the email is in Spanish. And you see how it still uses the 18% discount. I can also find Villets that was in Spanish, and now that email is in Spanish. Now I can see that the German one is ready, so I can find the German Villets, which is this one. And as you can see, now the text for is in German. Still uses the 18% discount. And now the Danish one is done, so I can go in and I can find villets@denmark.com, and the email is in Danish. So that was how we easily could duplicate and translate our email into, or our campaign into any language that we'd like. Now, the smart thing about having set up your first campaign and having duplicated it to other languages is that you can easily change the products and keep the prompts the same, and Alvas will just dynamically replace everything and make it fit to the person. So I'm going to show you how to do that by showing you another version of the first newsletter that I did. So hopping into the platform, I have this version 2 where I used this product, which is like a red sweater, a shoe, and some pink leggings. So for that, I've just manually entered in the products here. And you can see that there, for the hoodie, there's a 29% discount. For the shoes, there's a 28% discount. And for the leggings, there's no discount. I can now generate it, and I need to actually select the list first. So I don't want to send it to the Danish, I want it to go to the UK. So I can click Generate Campaign, and I can click Start Generating. Now, before this is done, I'm just going to show you what the email would look like. These were the original products, so like a pink gym bag with no discount. Going into Alvas, I just need to wait a little bit until it's done. Now it's starting to generate, so it should be there any second. 3 out of 3, uploading and ready. So when I choose, so first I need to choose another person, and then I can choose the village again, like that. You can see that the new products are automatically added. And again, if we wanted to scale that up to any other country, we simply just duplicate it, and Spanish, and translate the prompt into Spanish by clicking duplicate. It takes a few seconds because it needs to translate the prompts. Then I go in, and for example, if I have different discounts in different markets, say the leggings in the Spanish market is on discount, I could add like a 45 or 35% discount. I just click save. Again, I need to change the recipients, but I can just do it like that. Then I can click generate and start generating. And now it takes a little bit of time. We just need to wait. In the meantime, I could, if I wanted, duplicate the version 2 into German, for example, and like that. And then just wait for the duplicating and for the Mother's Day campaign. And now it's generating, so it shouldn't take long. It's done, uploading and ready. So if I go in and look at any of the Spanish people in my store, I can select visit Spain, and now we have the new products there. And that would also be for Anna, but in another way. So that was it for this walkthrough. With Alvas Campaigns, you can easily set up a personalized campaign to every single recipient in minutes. You can translate it into any language that you'd like in seconds. And once you've built that first template and gotten to know how to prompt the AI, you can easily replace any product to another campaign. Meaning if you do one campaign the first day of the week, you can just duplicate that, replace the product, and then you have a new campaign for the next day. And if you have any specific discounts or data points that are different from country to country, you can just simply replace that single data point when you make the email for that specific country. That could be a discount. So if a product is on a certain discount in one country and another discount in another, you can just change that. So I hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, or if you didn't, have an amazing day. Cheers.